Hello. Hello, Moth. Hello, Sanic fan. Hello, Dino Spots. Hello, Vanovish. Dino Spots, congratulations on the make an entrance. How's everybody doing today? I apologize for stream being late. I I had a rough weekend, real rough, and then work today was also rough, and then I also had an errand to run. Because my weekend was so rough, I forgot to get my prescription done over the weekend, so then I had to get it done after work. And therefore and then I just wanted a little bit of me time to just sit, finish the squares, and then start stream. So I needed a little time before I launched right back into things. I woke up at midday. Well, don't go rubbing it in. Aw, my jealousy knows no bounds. Playing Zomboid, nice. I hope it's going well. Feel free to give me the deets. What's everyone been up to over the weekend? As I said, I have not done much. I've not done much. I played a bit of Overwatch, did a bit of reading. Finally finished video editing a TikTok, and it's potentially the worst thing I've ever video edited, but oh well. It's going up anyway because I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to re-edit it or scrap it. If I'm putting that much work into something, I'm not going to throw it away. Started a Pokemon Let's Go Nuzlocke. I want to do that. I want my first Nuzlocke to be Pokemon Let's Go. But the way that Pokemon Let's Go works is that you can't play it like a normal Nuzlocke. You have to catch a certain amount of Pokemon to get past a certain part of the game, which is more Pokemon than a Nuzlocke would allow you. So keep that in mind. You will have to break general Nuzlocke rules to complete a Let's Go Nuzlocke. Season was not received very well overall. Oh, your murder mystery season. Why? Is it give me, I don't quite understand. Like, is it something you created, Moth? The murder mystery thing? Or was it just the character that you made and someone else was like the host or the DM, as it were? Had a good weekend, went out to eat with my family today, and then later tonight I saw the new Star Wars Mall show, so I watched it with my dad. Really good show so far. Cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it a lot. What did you have to eat? I am such a picky eater, so I don't get to go out to eat a lot because I am an extremely selective eater. So choosing a restaurant and choosing a food to get at a restaurant and a drink feels like that one SpongeBob meme where I think he's in like Silent Hill. It's just, it gives me so much dang anxiety eating out because even if I like certain flavors, I may not like those flavors when they're done a certain way. Like, I only like very specific types of chocolate or very specific seasonings for chicken and stuff like that. It's rough being an autistic person with like super selective eating. I don't know whether I have ARFID or not. I wouldn't be surprised if I did, but I haven't looked enough into it. But I do know that my eating is incredibly disordered. We all signed up as characters and the host picked who got in as what characters, and then we get together every now and again for creating and solving a different case. where someone is the victim and the killers. Okay, was this the one that you created, though? This season, the host made some specific story choices. Okay, so it wasn't your story. Okay, I don't feel as bad then, because I was scared that people were criticizing your stories, but they're not. So, but I'm sad that it wasn't a story that was satisfying for everyone involved. Went out to Chili's. Not sure if they're over in Australia, but it was a pretty cool sit-down burger place. I don't think we have. I don't think we have Chili's. I don't think Australia has Chili's. Or if we do, there's probably like so few locations. Yeah. There's no Chili's. Oh, we used to have Chili's. We used to have Chili's. Okay. Now I want to read this. No, I didn't want to look at that. Now I want to read this article about why Chili's flopped. I haven't been diagnosed with ARFID, but I just say that I have it because even if it isn't that, it's the closest thing I've come across to describe what my issues are. That makes sense. I think also, hello, Mayor. How are you? I don't think I greeted you yet. I apologize. That's why I just say I'm a very selective eater these days. I feel like picky eater comes with the connotation of, being a child and just not eating something just because you don't want to. While I feel like selective eater doesn't have that connotation, doesn't have that childish connotation to it. But yeah, I am incredibly selective. There are very few things that I really like. I'm basically made up of dairy and carbs. I'm like 50% dairy, then maybe like 15% protein, 15% bread, bread products, wheat products, and then what's the percentage left? What's 50 plus 15 plus 15? I don't remember. What? Chat, give me a second. I'm at 80. Okay. Then I'm also 10% fruit and vegetables and 10% junk food. Also, my email just told me I got a delivery, but I didn't hear anything get delivered. Let me do a quick BRB, because if I do have this delivery, it's the best thing that I've ever going to own in my entire life. It did get delivered. It did get delivered. Oh my gosh, chat. Oh my gosh, chat. Sorry, mum came in. She was like, what's going on? I was like, I got a delivery. And she was like, why didn't I? I'm not making fun of you. Oh no, she heard me. I'm not. Uh-oh, chat, I'm caught. Oh my goodness. What is it? I'll take a photo. Times like this, I really wish I had a webcam just so I could do a hand cam and show you what I was opening as I was opening it. Oh my god. This is gonna be so cool. How do I open this? How do I open this box? So actually, you know what? I'm gonna introduce it like I introduce all of my TikToks. Introduce all of my TikToks about this particular subject. So as you all know, my favorite Pokemon is Buizel. And I have been trying to complete a Buizel master set in the Pokemon TCG. Or just collect a bunch of Buizel-themed things. Oh my gosh, he's perfect. Oh my gosh, he's perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm dipping for now, but I might be back later. No worries, man. Take your time. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get my phone so I can take a photo and post it in the Discord. Post them in the Discord. Let me do this without doxing my address. All right, there we go. So, I've been collecting a lot of Buizel cards, but quite recently, like in the last 6 months or so, I've stopped for a while. I kind of lagged out on continuing the hobby. Hi, Max, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me put it in show and tell. Let me put it in show and tell. And then I'll put it up on stream. And I'll put it up on stream. All right. But oh shit, that's the wrong one. Discord capture, please. But your collection must grow. Well, it will, because I now have a dedicated place to put the collection. Look. Look at this. Look what I got. I got a Buizel binder. The Bwinder, as it were. I commissioned this from an artist that I found on TikTok called Oddish Opens. And then I found their Etsy. And I'd been looking at them for ages, but I just wanted to make sure I was in a really good financial place to kind of spend this kind of money. So this is kind of a birthday present. It was meant to arrive like later, but they did it really quickly. So it came like 2 weeks before my birthday instead. My birthday's on April 29, for those of you that do not know. So, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So yeah, this is the front, and this is the back. I'm so happy with this. I am over the moon about it. I'm April 29. We're so close. I know so many April babies. I have a coworker who's April 20th. I have a friend who's April 5th. I used to have a friend that's April 10th, like in high school. Like a fair few Aprils. But damn, you're right on like the cusp. Like Aries, Taurus. That's cool. I take a lot of pride in being an April Taurus because it's quite like rare. But yeah, I know a fair few April babies. Why were we conceived? Now I have to think about that. What's 9 months before April? March, February, January, December, November, October, September, August, July. Absolutely nothing happened in July. I guess people were just happy. Unless you were like early July and from America. Why July? Because that's 9 months before April. Yeah, oh no. Yeah, why July? I don't know. There was no special occasion because it's not even either of like my parents' birthdays. Ugh, I don't even want to think about this anymore. Why did I bring it up? Anyway, I commissioned them and they were so lovely about it. It was originally just going to be Buizel on the front. Thank you for the head pats, Moth. It was originally just going to be Buizel on the front, but And then they asked me, oh, what do you want on the back? Do you want anything on the back? And I was like, oh, maybe some bubbles? And then they were like, do you want any bubbles on the front too? And I was like, you know what? I'll have a couple bubbles on the front too. And so they were super communicative. You know what? Let's just find them. Let's just find them on Etsy. So I can show you. I can show you who they are. Let me see if I can find them. Here they are. Ah. So they make a ton of cool stuff. So yeah, so it's a lot of like vinyl stickers, vinyl stuff like that. So more examples included like this one and this white one, this cute Sfeel one. Like I love this. A lot of binder painting. Oh no, you can't see it. There, like these examples. So this is all from the same artist. So there's this Sfeel, there's this Milotic, a lot of gorgeous arts. And I specifically love this sort of like vinyl design because I just think the lines look so clean. And like the painting is really good as well. Like I just love how people decorate binders in general, you know? Look at all the snoms. That one is so adorable. But yeah, so in the next couple of weeks, I will definitely make a video on it because I love this. And like not sponsored or anything, I just love promoting them because they were also so lovely and they were really receptive to my idea because this specific picture of Buizel came from my favorite Buizel card art, which is Supreme Victor's this one. That is a small picture. Can we get it zoomed? We can't get it zoomed. But yeah, it was based on this picture of Buizel, which is my favorite Buizel art ever. I just think it's so gorgeous. So yeah, I'm now, I guess for the rest of this afternoon or tomorrow, I have to transfer all of my Buizel cards over into the new deck. Also, hello, Valeska. How you doing? And hello, Lazeboy. I hope you're doing well too. Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, it's super cute. It's only a 4-pocket binder. It's not particularly big. I didn't want it to be a 9-pocket because Buizel is not that popular of a Pokemon. Buizel has maybe 20 cards? So the binder is not gonna ever probably get to full, which is fine. I might add some Floatzels in there, and I just, you know what I want? I want a Buizel illustration rare. I know there's one in TCG Pocket, but I'm greedy. Or maybe I'll just print out the illustration rare, because I know there were also people on Etsy who make the TCG Pocket illustration rares into like actual mock-up cards. So maybe I'll do that as well. But yeah, I love my boy. I love the Bwinder. I'm very happy with this. I'm very, very excited. And you'll see this at some point on my TikTok in about, I don't know, several weeks, actually. Like 2.5 weeks at the very least. Because I'm on a roll with my TikToks. Like, I'm so far ahead in my scheduling. I have like 5 TikToks scheduled, which is wild for me. So it might be a while until you see this, but hey, you saw it first, chat. You were here, chat. You got the exclusive before anyone else did. That's what you get for being a Twitch viewer. I appreciate it. This is your reward. I know some people that if they ever started playing IRL Magic again, they would get cards like that for a deck. I was so curious about getting into Magic the Gathering. Not even for the game itself, but because Avatar: The Last Airbender had a collab with Magic a while ago, and I wanted cards. I need to look at the Avatar The Last Airbender cards and see them, because maybe I'll just get a couple of characters I like. Like I'd get Zuko's if they weren't too expensive. Or I'd get a May. I love May. Probably my favorite side character. Okay. We should not ignore the other people in show and tell, and by other people I mean Sanic. There's only one extra person in here today. We got Sanic with a bunch of stuff. I thought, is this the Pixar lamp? I love that. That's so funny. Got some more comment. Oh, wait, this is cute. I love this. Oh, this is a cute little setup. Oh, this is cute too. And like, that's so convenient because the boxes, I'm sure the boxes can close, right? Like, it looks like there's like ways for it to snap shut. That's super convenient as well. I love how it looks like levels. Got little Tails. Hello, Tails. Everyone would say hello, Tails. Got some more cool comics. We got a Stormtrooper. I nearly called him a Darth Vader. That's how bad I am at Star Wars chat. Have I seen every movie? Well, I've seen the main 9. I haven't seen every movie, but I've seen the main 9. Do I remember anything about them? Other than the sequel trilogy, no. Nothing. Ooh, okay. Got like a Valve book. This looks like TF2 stuff. Is that Portal? So it's based on all these like Valve IPs. That's cool. Oh, I loved that. And then we got some more. Oh, a DVD box set with fan art. Oh. Oh, I love that. Did they have like a competition or something? But like, if you send your art in, you might get it on the DVD. That's so cool. I wish there was more stuff like this. I wish there were more like fan art contests and stuff that different IPs did. Because then you'd get super cool things like that. And I think fans and fan artists deserve so much love for all the work that they've put in. And oh, this is so you. You were talking about this the other day, weren't you? Your Sanic shirt. Don't know how to do that without showing my face. That's no worries. That's no worries. In the show and tell, I should put it in the thing here. Let me edit this real quick. Let me edit the channel. For privacy reasons, maybe don't show your face though. For privacy reasons, maybe don't show your face though. There. That's such a passive-aggressive rule. For privacy reasons, maybe don't show your face. Like, just think twice about it. Especially if you're, like, a teenager. Be careful what you share, alright? Because these go up... Unless I'm doing, like, a collab or a community day, these VODs go onto YouTube and do stay there forever. So always be careful with what you're sending around here. Oh my goodness. It's so small. Oh my goodness, the detail is incredible on this car. Are you a big cars person? Moth? Seeing that fox girl with the mohawk is bringing back memories. Wait, is there a fox girl with a mohawk? Wait, I didn't see a fox girl with a mohawk. Oh, this girl? Is that this girl? Who's she? What's her name, chat? I do not know. It's the size of my hand. I mean, that's still pretty small. For something so detailed, you know? Compared to, like, a Lego thing. You know, like, Lego is awesome. And Lego, Lego is awesome because Lego is fairly easy. You know, Lego is fairly accessible as far as putting things together goes. But they're also a lot, because of that, they sacrifice a lot of the like intricate tiny parts and the details of really like a model. Sally. Okay, that's cool. Sally, and she's a squirrel. Sally the squirrel. The alliteration should help me remember that, but at the same time, I don't remember anything ever, so don't please rely on me every time you send a picture of her that I'll have to go, hey, who's that again? It'll probably take me a few more tries before I get it. It'll probably take me until I see her in a game for me to get it. Is she in any of the games? Awkward if not. That's very cool. No, I didn't want to look at that. Oh, this is me looking up Weasel cards. Yep. I still need to complete my collection because I have this. I think I have that. I think I got that. There's a few I'm missing. I'm definitely missing this one. There's a few I'm still missing. But I guess I'm really conflicted when it comes to my Weasel stuff because I don't know how to really master set it. I guess a master set is usually getting every single card of of that Pokemon or that set if you're going for a set. Both the reverse holo and the non-holo. But the thing is, I kind of don't want to get the non-holos. I just want to get the reverses. They're the only ones that really mean anything to me. So I guess I'm just gonna half master set Weasel. I'm only gonna holo set Weasel. Her name is Princess Sally Acorn, and she also shows up in the Archie comics but never shows up in the games. Damn. Oh, I might have to read some of the comics then, won't I? At least to remember her. Oh. What else am I doing? What else am I saying, thinking, doing? Let's talk about chilies. From what it sounds like, there were just 2 Chili's locations that opened in the 1990s. Oh, 36. Oh, no, there were 36 of them. There were 36 of this? What happened to it? Expansion and overreach. Ah, it seems we just didn't like the menu. Australia, too hipster for Chili's. I think a lot of different... I think, unfortunately, this happened to a lot of places in Australia. A lot of, like, less sophisticated, more, like, fast foody type chains in Australia have just ended up fizzling out because Australia is less of a fast food place other than, like, McDonald's and KFC and Hungry Jack's and Red Rooster. It's, like, the big 4. And then everything else is like a little more expensive, or it's a cafe. Stuff like that. So yeah. Damn. Oh geez, sorry, in the same year, Chili's announced the permanent closure of all its Australian locations due to poor sales, unprofitability, and non-compliance with the Fair Work Act. What? Underpaying staff? Oh, geez. Yeah, you... Listen, I don't know about America, but you can't really do that here. You can't really get away with that as much in Australia. Because tip culture in Australia isn't really a thing. So you have to be paying your staff actual livable wages, you know? So for them to do that, yeah, I can imagine things going downhill after that. Damn. Oh, you didn't even see any of that. You didn't even see any of the article I was looking at. I'm sorry. I was reading this from realcommercial.com.au. So we just grew out of chilies. A similar thing happened to even local Australian places. Like Hog's Breath Cafe has become like obsolete at this point too. Taco Bell in Mexico. Got it. Oh, like Taco Bell in Mexico. My bad. Is Taco Bell not popular in Mexico? Did it fall through? Kind of wish there were more moth Pokemon. I mean, there is going to be a new the new games are coming out late next year. I wonder what new Pokemon they're going to make. I feel like moth Pokemon, it's harder to make unique moth Pokemon unless they decide to get really wacky with it. Because once you've made like a bug flying moth or a poison flying moth, like that's kind of it. You have to make more moth Pokemon or Pokemon of a specific animal type. You have to really make something super unique about it. A Mothman Pokemon would be really fun. Because there's literally only one dark type. One bug dark type in the entirety of Pokemon. So I feel like a Mothman Pokemon would be bug dark. They did it with a bird. This is true. They did do it with a bird. But I think the difference between the bird Pokemon and the moth Pokemon is that the bird Pokemon only fit into one type. And that's flying, which means they have an entire secondary type that they can screw around with. And that's why the birds get to be so much more unique, because they can be water flying, they can be grass flying, they can be fire flying, they can be steel flying. You can be so much more creative with a bird than you can really with a moth, because a moth and plenty of other bugs have this same problem. Because so many bugs do fly, they're already fit into two types, and that's bug and that's flying. So you can't, type-wise, you can't be as creative with them unless you take one of those types away, which would be hard to do. On top of that, because Archie lost the Sonic comic license in 2016, comics have become out of print. Ah, damn! So you're getting some rare things now. The IDW comics, which are canon, are still being produced. Ah, that's cool. I wonder why they lost the license. Lugia isn't water type and they got away with it? This is true. This is true. They kind of made Lugia a god of the sea and then didn't make it a water type. You make a really, really fair point there. All right. It is 3. It is 3 p.m., which is usually around the time where I move over to play Ace Attorney. But because we started late, do we want to go a little longer? Do we feel like playing a word game, or do we want to go straight into taking down fucking Excelsius winner? Thank you for the mustache. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I am Poirot. Oh, my frames. Oh, my bitrate. Oh. What's going on? Come back to me, stream. Oh, geez, something's happening. Are we back? We're back. Okay, that was a blip. That wasn't a bad blip, and I'm really grateful for that. I thought stream was going to die, but it didn't. The mustache was too powerful. I know. I can't believe the mustache nearly killed my stream. But yes, the question stands. Would you guys like to play a word game, or would you be okay with me going right back into the Mystery Mondays? Can't believe I killed the bitrate with the mustache. Yeah, one day I'll get my stream fixed and my internet fixed. Today will not yet be that day. So what do we feel like? I'm just gonna go... I'm gonna run a poll. Poll. Word game? Yes. No. There we go. Do you guys want to do a word game? If we're gonna do a word game, it's gonna be Contexto. I don't want to do a particularly long one, but we can still do one. All right, we got one vote for yes. We are not skipping, I think. Is the moustache secretly a missile? Are we gonna do this again? Bob's not here though. Bob's not in the chat. We can't do this without Bob. Bob's our missile man. I'm sure he loves being called that. It's a long story involving legal stuff with one of the writers, but it ended with Archie losing some of their original Sonic characters and rebooting the comic to try and do a bit of damage control, but that didn't last long as it ended up inevitably cancelled by Sega. Damn. That seems unfortunate. That sounds like something that YouTube would have a video essay on. I don't know who would have it, but I'm sure there's a video essay for that somewhere. The rise and fall of Archie Sonic comics. I can see it now. There are plenty of them, I'm sure. Sonic is such a massive fandom. And even niche things like the Sonic Archie comics, which I can't even say whether or not they're niche, because they might not be. But still have, you know, dedicated following, especially for such a big IP. All right, give me Contexto words. Give them to me, chat. Throw them at me. Gremlin. That is a fascinating choice of original word. I'm down for this. Gremlin. 23,000. Uh-oh. Not a great start. Pizza? Pizza is better. It's low, though, so I'm guessing it's not going to be a food. Oh, it might be a food. Well, it's probably not going to be a food. It's something potentially food-related. Saw one that was 6 hours through the rise and fall and rise again all the way up to the last story. Oh, jeez. Listen, I think the longest YouTube video I have ever watched is 2 hours long. I can't go much further than that. Maybe 2.5? I don't remember. I like YouTube videos that I can watch in one sitting. And those YouTube videos that are like, let's go through every synopsis, every plot point of every episode of this TV show, and it's going to be a 10-hour long video for the meme, and I'm just like, no, I don't want this. I don't want this. And it's even less of an attention span thing, and it's more of a, I have other shit to do with my day sort of thing. Like, I'm sorry, I can't justify sitting down and watching a 6-hour-long YouTube video when I could be spending that time, like, cleaning. There are YouTube videos longer than my work shifts. It's diabolical. I can't watch long YouTube videos, but somehow I can survive watching streams. Streams are a whole other thing because with streams, you don't have to pay attention all the time to streams because streamers are often very distracted. Hello, Springer, and hello, Just Ferrando. Welcome in. How are you two doing? We've got food. Food is our best bet. Eat. Eat. Meal. Maybe it's a fruit. Maybe it's a vegetable. Tired. It's missile. Oh my gosh. Dino spots. It's 10 p.m. Oof. Yeah, I feel like I stream at a really awkward point in time, especially now that daylight savings has ended in Australia. It's an awkward time where a lot of people have to join stream and then be like, I have to go to bed, but it was nice seeing you. It happens so often, but that's what the VODs are for, so that people can come back to it. You get to interact. Yeah, you get to interact with the streamer, and also you can do stuff in the meantime. Gravity, thank you, Black Coffee. Gravity, not great, but that's all right. That 6-hour video was entertaining, though I watched it in over a few weeks. Yeah, I can't. If I'm going to watch a YouTube video, it's going to be in one sitting. I can't be like, oh, spent my entire week watching this one YouTube video. It's just not how my brain really works. It's 1 a.m. for me. Oh, jeez. You proposed yesterday. Well, sorry, that was presumptuous. Did they say yes? I hope they did. Water is good. Maybe it's a drink of some kind if it's not a food. Something water. 3:11? Me too. I'm guessing you mean PM. I think we're in the same time zone now. Dino spots. Would have watched it in one sitting if work didn't get in the way. That's fair. I can understand that. They did? Well, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Funtan, no. I think you might have meant suntan, in which, unfortunately, also no. But at least it was on the board. You have a daughter? Hell yeah. That's cool. How old? Water, liquid, eat, drink, food. Fount. Oh, that's what you meant. Sorry. That's my bad then. A cup? Maybe tea? Maybe coffee? Milk? Juice? I think I'm thinking too hard. I'm thinking it might not be a drink. I'm thinking it might be like the sea or the ocean or a lake or a pond. It's not any of those. Rain? Weather. Cloud. Snow. Water weather. Flood. Tsunami. No, I'm going backwards. My fiance is 26. I'm 27. I'm not the father. So so your fiance's daughter. So you're going to be like a stepdad. That's cool. I hope that you get to, you know, bond. Water, weather, liquid, rain, eat. Just wet in general. Wet weather. Brain implosion energy. Oh yeah, my brain's always imploding. Today was my first day back at work, and it was... What are the rules? Let me put this in here. Yeah. Contexto is a game, it's kind of like, it's a word game in which you have to find whatever the word is through finding words in similar context. Beer. I like that. So for example, yeah, I put in the example in the chat. If the answer is banana, then the closest words would be things like fruit and apple. Poncho. Sorry, I forgot about Poncho. Sorry, Dino Spots. We've been dating for 8 years, and that's why I say she's my daughter. Oh, yeah, you would have known her for so long then. Oh, seeing her grow up, that must be lovely. I'm glad that you get to have, like, a good relationship with her. As someone who has a step-parent, but has never met her. By my choice. But I'm glad that you can be a good step-parent to them. Tornado, wind, storm. Pond. I did try pond. We tried a few different places where water would be. We've tried ocean, we've tried sea, we've tried lake. They seem to be quite down. So I'm oh, I don't remember trying cloud. Fish. Fish is nice. Fish is up there. Whirlpool is not. Water can, like watering, like to water something, doesn't seem to allow it. Avatar? Oh, the last Airbender? I was like, what do the blue people gotta do with this? And then I was like, no, wrong blue people. The people with the blue clothes. I also have a step-parent, so I'm trying my hardest. Yeah, you know, I guess when you have a step-parent and you are also a step-parent, you kind of know a little bit more of how to navigate that, because you can see where your step-parent went right and where they went wrong, and how to figure out, you know, what you want to... I can't think of the right words for this. Ice? Fish tank. Maybe just tank in general, not tank. I'm thinking we get a hint here, because we're at... It's not sleet. Water. Bubble? Like the bubbles on my Bleasel binder? Shout out the Bwinder. We're at 50 guesses. Let's get a hint. Remedy. All right, that's not where I thought this was going to go. It's not medicine? Cure. Body, because human body contains water. This is true. It does. Tonic. Apothecary. Jeez, that's a long word. Do for bad. I wish I could have been there sooner. The dad left the moment he found out she was pregnant. Ugh. It's terrible when that happens, really. But hey, you... What's that thing? The stepdad, the dad who stepped up sort of thing. I'm sure that she will appreciate you even if you weren't there from the beginning. Cancer? Yeah, I didn't want to. I was thinking cancer, but I was kind of like, oh, I hope cancer's not a part of this. Sick, ill, X-ray? Not X-ray, cure. I'm so confused. I'm so confused as to why medicine is low, but cure is not. Doctor. Why do I keep spelling it like that? Doctor, nurse, hospital, surgery? Nope. I have no idea where this is meant to go. I'm incredibly confused with what this is meant to be like. Cure, remedy, cancer, water, weather. Therapy. I like that. I like that. The game also likes that. Shaman. That's an interesting one. Oh, heal. Not heal. Blood. Blood. Ooh, maybe like injury? Not injury. Blood. Maybe donate, like a blood donation or a transfusion. Blood transfusion. Medic. Maybe a vaccine, a needle. What's it called? Inoculation? I'm sure that's not the word. It doesn't even know what that word is. I probably spelt it wrong. Or just health. Well-being? Healthy. Unhealthy. Nope. Cut. Wound. Why is wound high, but cut isn't? Makes very little sense. Cure. Is it meat? Okay. I'm glad meat wasn't up there. Because I know that cure has another meaning, and like it's to cure meat. You know? And I was hoping, I was like, we're going all in the medical direction, and it turns out it's going to be about cooking. That feels icky. We like broke, like a breaking a bone. Bone. Muscle. Organ? Brain. Lung. Heart. I'm just going through everything here. Jerky. I'm so glad jerky is low. I don't want to be talking about all of this. Or maybe like plasma. Nope. And I don't even think I know how to spell aneurysm. That's how you spell it. But it doesn't. It's not up there. Cure blood, remedy cancer, water. Intestine. Stomach. Stomach. Digestion? Bite. Chew. See, why is stomach... Oh, acid. I like that. Platelet? Not a platelet. Like a cell. Like an atom? No. Like a cell. All right. I don't understand this. I'm getting another hint. Nausea? But I did sick. How is nausea up here but sick is down there? Is it? Please don't have vomit be high. Thank goodness vomit is not high. Thank goodness. They won't even let you say vomit. Nausea. Maybe headache? Dizzy. Dizziness. Dizziness. I'm trying all the possible spellings of dizzy. Migraine? Puke. Why is puke allowed, but vomit isn't? Faint. Lightheaded. Stroke? Nope. Headache. Nausea. Cure. Blood. Dizziness. This is so weird. Yeah, for some reason the game doesn't allow the word stroke. I don't understand the rules of this game. I remember I had a TikTok of it ages ago. For some reason, the word weed is not allowed. However, marijuana is. And I don't understand. Headache, nausea, cure, blood, dizziness. Like, maybe, like, you've fallen over. Lobotomy. Yeah. Oh, Springer, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the strawberry patch. Headache, nausea, cure, blood, dizziness. I don't want to do this. No. No, and now I have to do the other spelling. Okay, they both work for the same spelling. Sinus, concussion. Maybe it's like the flu. It's not the flu. Is it a cold? It's not the cold. Fluid. Fluid's not bad. Liquid. Oh, we've already guessed that, apparently. Headache? Plague. Nah, is it plague? Oh my goodness. COVID. Surely they won't allow COVID, because COVID's like a proper noun. Fever. Oh my goodness, it's fever. Oh my goodness. As soon as I saw it in chat, I was like, oh my goodness, it's fever, isn't it? What were we missing? Temperature, symptom, pain, fatigue, infection. Wow. I'm sorry, vomit is not allowed, but vomiting is? That makes zero sense. Like, absolutely zero. Zero, none, nada. I do not get it. Insomnia? Wait, is insomnia there? I didn't check. Oh yeah, there it is. It's pretty high, too. It's higher than respiratory and pneumonia. This game is odd. This game is odd. But hey, we made it. 127? Like a sticker. Wait, I actually don't know if NCT 127 was sticker or not. All right. We have an ad coming up. It is a 3-minute long ad. I promise you will miss no gameplay while the ad is going on, but I will be switching games over to Ace Attorney, Investigations, Prosecutors, Gambit. We are going to be taking down that asshole known as Excelsius Winner. I'll see you all on the other side of that ad. All right. Investigations time. Oh, Steam, don't update. Do you have to? Please don't. Save me. Steam, don't do this. I'll lose frame rate again. Oh, Deadlock has to update again. Deadlock always has to update. And I get why, because it's an alpha, so it is constantly updating and changing. But it's like, man, can you take a day off? I don't even remember what happened last week. We're taking, we're getting the autopsy redone about whether Rosie's head wound happened before or after she died. I remember that much. And I remember that we're trying really hard to take Excelsius Winner down. I remember we had to yell at the nurse. The annoying needle nurse. Because she was... What was she doing? Because she changed the document that said the head wound. Because she writes down everything her grandma says, and her grandma is actually the... What is it? Is it a pathologist? The one that does the autopsies? I need to Google this. What is a pathologist? What is a pathologist? No, it's like a forensic pathologist, isn't it? They perform autopsies. Okay. So the grandma is a forensic pathologist and the granddaughter's like a nurse. The grandma dictates her diagnoses to her granddaughter, but her granddaughter wrote it down the wrong way because she was collaborating with the killer. But she didn't know who it was. It's coming back to me now. She was in cahoots with the killer for some reason. I don't even know if we figured out the motivation behind why she did that. I don't know. I don't know. That fact is a datum to take into account. I do not know what that means, Dino Spots. Datum. I still don't know what that means. Now I have to Google what a datum is. Datum meaning a fact or proposition. Okay. It's like a fact. Got some amazing photos during the camping trip. Is there anywhere I could send them? Yes. If you wish to join the Discord feel free to post stuff in people pets pics. However, I'm going to say maybe refrain from posting pictures of your daughter. Not that I assume you were going to do that, but try and keep the pictures of yourself, like, try to keep the pictures of, like, the adults, if that makes sense. It's just a safety thing with me. I trust my community, but the thing is, once something is out there, it's out there, and the internet can do some horrible things to non-horrible people, you know? Alrighty. The ad is over. So let's finally dive in. Actually, I need to finish my yogurt first. Just landscapes? No worries then. People's Pets Pics is the perfect place to put it. Oh my goodness, Dino spots the pipe. Ah, you got me. Oh no, I turned that off. I swear I put my phone on silent. All right, it's on silent now. All right, gang's all here. Let's accuse Excelsius winner of murder, shall we? Regret. I keep eating yogurt and then drinking chocolate milk, and for some reason it creates the most horrendous taste combination in my mouth. And it's horrible. Absolutely disgusting. Do not recommend. All right. Oh yes, and Gavel for some reason is kind of on our side now. Somehow. Very strange. Very unusual. Silence in the courtroom, please. Ms. Von Karma, if you would be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search. Wait, what are we searching for? Uh-oh. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom. Wait, what are we searching for? Oh, I don't remember anymore. And no auctioneers. Oh, the murder weapon! Duh! So where is it? That is bad news indeed. Then we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict. Ah, such a terrible shame. Sent them? Thank you, they're lovely. Those are apps. Oh. That looks like a gorgeous place. Wow. I'm happy for you. That you're at such a lovely place. It's a holiday destination, right? Am I getting that right? Yeah, the camping trip. Oh, camping. I'm not much of a camper. I'm one of those people that kind of needs their luxuries, but it can certainly get you so much closer to nature and all the beauty that it provides, you know? I can see why people love it so much. I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind. Oh, where's he got it? Where's he put it? He has to have hid it somewhere. Certainly not what I'd expect from a first-rate criminal mind. It's just not enough to work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own. Where's he put it? Is it in his beard? His beard is so big, it's full of secrets. I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, who trusted me with every detail of their crimes. And then when it came to their sentencing, I recommended... So you decided plea deals with them, and you still decided to give them life in prison. So what you're telling me is you're a dick? I mean, we knew that.
For every single one. If only you could see them. The stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces.
So you're telling me you're basically just admitting to being a shitty lawyer, is what I'm hearing here.
The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's word as law. There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both... There has to be something more to this. If only we had some proof! I never imagined I would be passing judgment on you under such circumstances. The end of the road.
There's no way it's over!
Excelsius, winner, this court hereby indicts you for your crime.
Isn't indicting... What does indict mean? You know what, I'm not even gonna guess. You'd think as someone who has watched so many lawyer shows, I would know what the word indict means by now. Hey, Nikki, welcome in. How you doing today? I'm looking up the meaning of the word indict. Because I'm silly. To charge, to accuse of wrongdoing. So it is what I thought it was. Okay, so basically she's saying, Excelsius winner, you're on the chopping block. Oh my goodness, the plot twist of all time. Suddenly I love this woman.
What? What on earth's gotten into you, Verity? I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident.
I am a traveling fishmonger. Would you like a fish? Why not? What kind of fish? I would love to be entrusted with your fish, Nikki. The fish was 100 biddies! Nikki, that is too kind of you. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Oh wait, that's not a fish at all. I mean, it's not, but I'm also going to appreciate those. Her name is Gavel, like, based on, like, a gavel, like her hammer.
Namely, the IS-7 incident, a murder that took place 18 years... He was a part of IS-7? But what does that file have to do with... Wait, you mean... Your late-night visit to this chamber? That was to... Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Though sadly it would seem that I arrived too early to catch the auction itself.
Has Gavel been an inside man, woman, the entire time?
When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me. That was a ruse to buy myself more time.
What the Oh my gosh, this is the plot twist of all time. What the heck are you doing, Gavel? You can't just accuse my dad. I'm sorry. I make myself laugh with my Eustace voice. Without proper grounds, it's defamation. That's the wrong word.
An excellent observation, Eustace.
It is?
And of course I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated.
Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor Artie Frost's body went missing.
My papa? Fabricating information? What is the meaning of this?
Francisca, there's no way you didn't know. Your father killed somebody!
Like, your father killed somebody and framed people for it. Why do you... And she's still surprised that he does wrongdoing. Ian Seidman, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing. However, it seems that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. Von Karma, and deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs. What? Who withheld the... Was it Excelsius? Did Excelsius withhold it? It gives me Sans or Papyrus because of others voice acting them in their playthrough. It does sound a little Papyrus-y. Like Jacksepticeye's Papyrus voice. It sounds a little bit like that. I can see the similarity. Or hear it. You can't see voices. This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes or to challenge their power, and they're known to go to extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident. Hi, Bob! Thank you so much! 24 months! Bob, you've hit the double berries! In the sub badge, the 2-year resub. Let's go. What did you miss? What you missed is that Gavel is completely on our side now. And she has indicted Excelsius Winner for his crimes. It's incredible. And she's also, we haven't gotten to the end of the sentence, but I think she's also implying that he covered up evidence from the IS-7 incident, aka the case we finished before this one. The case with all the sweets and the ice. So now it's going all fucking full circle. Everything's connecting into this one moment. What? She was responsible for the fake report? Wait, you have to understand. Grandma, she's not a bad person. She had to do what he said. She didn't have any choice. He? The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time. The chief prosecutor... Oh, sorry, this is Edgeworth speaking. Sorry, Edgeworth sounded a little... Edgeworth sounded a little bit Gavel there, my bad. The chief prosecutor 18 years ago? No! The man who gave Papa the first penalty of his career! Excelsius Winner. It was you. Oh my gosh. This man has his fingers in every dang pie! I am late today because I was watching Road to El Dorado. Ooh! Did you have a good time? I've never seen that movie, actually.
Objection!
What are you all talking about? My dad would never do something like that. I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself? Oh, that nonsense with the body. That was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. So he's accusing Von Karma of making the fake autopsy report. But Gavel is claiming that Excelsius, who was the chief prosecutor at the time, made Dr. Hertz, aka Grandma, fake the report and give it to Von Karma. The last time I saw it was when I was like 8. I miss movies with hand-drawn animation. Me too. In general, I miss 2D animated movies so much. There was just something so classic and elegant to them. And I say this as someone who, one of my favorite movies of all time is Tangled, which is, you know,
Tangled was kind of the movie that started Disney going into 3D animation and leaving behind that classic 2D. But I still miss the classic 2D. You know, they need to bring it back, and the thing is they're not going to. And it sucks. So I hope that as people, you know, move away from Disney and as more independent studios are more creative with their animation, you know, I know they're not independent, but like DreamWorks, the Spider-Verse movies, the Puss in Boots, the newest Puss in Boots movie, the K-pop Demon Hunters, Flow. I don't think any of those are 2D, but I hope that as people get more creative with different art styles and as more independent indie animation studios come up, there will be more embracing of that sort of classic 2D hand-drawn stuff. I just don't want animated movies to be boring. Which, unfortunately, the animation of many Disney movies has just kind of stagnated, you know? The new Puss in Boots movie was amazing. It was. It was. I think that was the last movie I saw in theaters. I don't go to the movies much. I don't watch movies much. I'm not much of a movie watcher. I used to be as a kid, but I'm not really much anymore. But I need to watch more movies. Oh, and when they come out as well. I need the whole experience. Welcome back, Maya. Time for the dad joke of the day. Oh, gotta strap myself in for this, putting my seatbelt on. You know, growing up, I was told to never trust trees. They're always a little shady. I mean, you're not wrong. Thank you, Swole Tadpole. I appreciate the dad joke of the day. May you be safe on your journey and come back with more jokes in the future, because I appreciate them.
The fake autopsy report? Hilda, how could you? I can't believe you naughty kids would do such dishonest things behind my back.
Man, you're the naughty kid. And you're like the oldest one there, aren't you? How old is he? She's 60. How old is he? 68. He's the oldest guy there. And he's the one that did all of this shit. I might end up going to see Project Hail Mary this week, but I'm not sure. I've heard really good things about Project Hail Mary, but that's like the only reason why I would see it. I'm not... Like, I've just, like, seeing kind of trailers and the premises and stuff like that, I'm honestly not... I'm not that hooked on it. So... I don't know. But sometimes you don't have to be into the premise of a movie to still appreciate that it was well done. You know? That is true. It had an amazing date to be in theaters considering all the Artemis 2 stuff. It is going to get a bump in watches just because there's going to be so much hype with the Artemis 2 stuff going down. Because of all the space stuff. Kerbal Space Program... I'm sorry, Kerbal Space Program hit a new highest player count. Isn't that game, like, over a decade old? That is incredible. It's kind of amazing seeing old games get resurgences in love and popularity. That's an awesome statistic. That's so... It's one of those very heartwarming things. Here's another joke to add on to the last one. I never trusted stairs at all. They're always up to something. Oh, that's good. You and Swole Tadpole should be like a comedy duo.
Wait! Grandma can't, she's... Ouch! Grandma, I'm sorry. I knew, that's why I... Right, exactly. If I didn't, everybody would have found out about what you did. They said he was going to charge you if I didn't help them with their plan. They said he would. I just had to do what the auctioneer said.
Oh, okay, so here's Needler's motive. She was being threatened by the auctioneer that Hertz would get into trouble, that her grandma would get into trouble for faking the IS-7 autopsy report 18 years ago. Okay, can we get that statute of limitations book again? Because surely fabricating evidence has a shorter statute of limitations than murder, right? There's no way. So you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? And just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winner?
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer, and they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
Well, there must be something. Any detail, no matter how small, will do. Come on, Needler, remember.
Their mask didn't cover their whole face, did he have a beard?
Just tell me that he has a beard. The part that wasn't covered had a tattoo? This beard is fake. Nah. Excelsius Winner, he has a fake beard. I have it now, chat. I'm calling it now. Excelsius Winner, his beard is fake. He has a beard wig. And when he has that meltdown, when he gets caught, it's gonna burn his beard off. A beard wig, a tattoo. Objection. This all sounds very dramatic, but I really don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I'd know if there was one, wouldn't you? Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you might want to be. I only hope you can figure out who this shameless manipulator might be. I hope you figure out who this manipulator might be, he says, crying with fake tears. Crazy good fake beard. Maybe it's an entirely fake face. Maybe he pulls off his face entirely. It's like, I saw a clip today, I'd never seen it before, of Bryan Cranston, the Walter White from Breaking Bad. He put on a mask of his own face, and it was like one of those silicone ones that goes over your entire head, right? And he did that to disguise himself so he could walk around San Diego Comic-Con and people would be like, haha, someone's got a Bryan Cranston mask on. But then he goes to the panel with the mask on and then takes it off, and it is actually Bryan Cranston. It's gonna be that type of situation. This man's gonna have a fake beard, fake face, fake abs, because, man, how are you 68 and still that ripped? It's told to never trust trees or is a little shady. Thank you, Swole Tadpole. I don't know if you meant to post the same one as before, but I still appreciate it. That was my bad. Hey, no worries. No worries. I do not mind at all. It was still funny the second time. Practice whippings? Yes, please. Well, that was about Franziska. Easily. Even without the game, I feel like I would figure out the context of that pretty quickly, because who else in any of the games I've ever played has a whip? It's literally just Franziska. I just want to be meat and die. Yeah, that was a classic mayor quote. Surely his son would notice. You would think so? But the son is Eustace. So we can't really give him too much credit. Now that's manipulative. The fake tears, and now he's laughing. 38 strawberries. Oh my goodness. Dino Spots, you got my favorite number in berries. 88 strawberries. Oh no, that's a dog whistle. Uh-oh. You know what? I'd much rather electrocute people. True. In playing Bioshock, electrocuting is the way to go. Electrocution and fire are like the only plasmids I've ever used in Bioshock 2. Where did the D come from? I think that's a question to be answered from by your parents. Or maybe a trusted teacher. If I eat one, it's not a dog whistle anymore. Good, eat it. Eat that berry. No, 87 is just FNAF. The only whistle that 87 is it sounds like You also got 38 berries? Dog whistle? Alright, Dino Spots, I'm gonna give you a crash course. The number 88. Sometimes it can just mean 88, you know? But oh geez, Sanic fan, 94 strawberries, good job. Another 94. Okay, I feel like the bot is glitching, but both of you enjoy your 94 strawberries. The number 88 can be used as a dog whistle between Nazis, neo-Nazis, and white supremacists. Because typically, they'll use it as a dog whistle to, like, catch another one of them in the wild, you know? If they have, like, 88 in their username, it could mean they were born in 1988, but it could also mean it's a way for them to know another person. And the reason why it's the number 88 is because 8, the 8th letter in the alphabet is H. And so 88 would be HH, which in Nazi speak means the Heil Hitler. It's really convoluted. It's supposed to be convoluted so that it can go undetected for a lot of people. But yeah, if certain people are acting weird, you know, anti-woke, sort of white supremacy-ish, like they're saying certain talking points, and they also have like 88 in their username. They use the number 88. That usually, unfortunately, means something real bad. Not the 6 berries Moth will share. 2 of them got 94. I'm sure they'll share. They better. There's also even more ones that are much worse. Yes. Yes, there are much worse. There are plenty of them out there, unfortunately. And I don't even know all of them. See, there's one called 1488, and I'm gonna be so honest, I don't know what the 14 means. So there are even things that I need to learn about when it comes to this sort of stuff. Because unfortunately, the internet is rampant with literally all of that shit. So much of it. And I've left Twitter, right? But I've started seeing it so much on Instagram. Like, I'll be watching just like a nice Instagram reel, and then the comments will just be fucking weird. Like, it'll be just like a TikTok of like a reel, sorry, Instagram reel of like a black woman enjoying herself. Or something like that, and then there'll just be rampantly weird comments about her. Or the newest Overwatch hero is a black woman, right? Sierra. And so many of the comments are like, oh no, another black woman. Where are the white heroes? And it's just, I don't get it. I've never seen, and I feel like it was so quick that this happened. And suddenly I understand. I understand why people, I understand why it was such like a common meme for people on TikTok to be like, yeah, don't post this on Instagram Reels, you know? Because, yeah, Instagram Reels, the comment section is worse. So much worse. Stumbled across more stuff today. First it was an exposing docker for a very popular streamer. Oh boy! I know exactly what streamer you mean by that. I've been very lucky as a content creator. Well, not as a content. I've been very lucky as a longtime fan of like YouTuber stuff like that to never really be a massive fan of a YouTuber that then got called out and cancelled. Like I've watched some, that's for sure. I've watched some, I've followed some, but I was never a hardcore fan. No. I got caught this time. That I haven't watched him for a few years, but I do have a hoodie. I do have a piece of his merch. And I kind of looked at it yesterday or the day before whenever I found out, read the doc. I kind of looked at it and I was like, I am not wearing you outside the house ever again. Ever again. You are an inside hoodie only from now on. I am not gonna be caught dead in this thing. For those who do not know, I shouldn't even have to censor his name. For those who know, it was Sykkuno. Sykkuno got outed as a serial cheater who would pursue women, like 15 years younger than him when he's in his mid-30s. So yeah. That was fun. Like, I haven't watched him in several years, but when I was a fan of him, I was a huge fan of him. Like, massive. So it's just a bummer. A bummer. So far, the only one I followed who got cancelled was the Brighton Biter. Yeah, I managed to avoid that entire group of people for a very, very long time. The only thing I knew about the DSMP is when they played Among Us with, like, OTV. He kind of had it coming. He really did. He really did. And it's really odd seeing people say things like, oh, but the girls are still going after him. Oh, they're kind of victim blaming the people he went after. And it's like, if you remember what the hate train that Kaide went on when Tenzin and Kaide broke up, it just feels like such double standards. That everyone decided to make up the idea that Kaide was cheating on Tenz, despite the fact that neither of them said that happened. But then when Sykkuno literally admits to being a serial cheater, everyone decides to pick apart, well, not everyone, but like so many people decide to pick apart the people who were actually affected by it. It just sucks. And you know what? I'm gonna get on my high horse here. You know what else sucks? I hate when someone gets cancelled, right? And then suddenly this horde of people go in and go, I knew he was a bad person. And it's like, is this helpful? Is this helpful? The only reason why you are saying this is to seem like you are on the right side of history, you know? Oh, I had a bad feeling about him. It's like, if the first thing you feel when allegations like that come out, if they're not, you know, concern, you know, sympathy for the victims, shock, like, why is the first feeling you're having vindication? Like, you shouldn't feel any sort of triumph over the fact that somebody was confirmed to be a cheater, or an abuser, or a groomer. Like, it's not... We don't need that. We don't need to hear about this. Like, cool, you didn't like him before any allegations came out. Good for you. Do you want a cookie? This is why I feel lucky to stick with OG good YouTubers like Mark and Sean, because I know they're safe. Yeah, I think it's just a lot of not putting people on pedestals, making sure that there's no real, like, massive parasocial relationship going on. Like, even with me, I don't want you guys to think I'm going to be some perfect person. Like, I'll say this much. I've never cheated on anyone. I've never cheated. I've never groomed anyone, anything like that. But I mean is that there are probably going to be times where you guys are going to be disappointed in me for whatever reason. So I'm not going to be a perfect person who says the right thing and does the right thing in every single situation. So don't act like I am. Zephyrberry isn't the perfect pinnacle of a human being. No, I'm not. I'm not. I've done... Well... can't even bring up things that I've done. Like, I can't even think of anything, like, horribly egregious. Like, the worst crime I have ever committed was I accidentally shoplifted a mood ring when I was 8 years old because I was playing with it and I dropped it and I couldn't find it. And then it turns out I dropped it into my mum's bag. That's about the most criminal thing I think I've done. Reporting you to the cops? I mean, surely the statute of limitations of that is over. Only one I know of that got outed recently is the guy behind Fandroid. I can't say I know what that is. I don't remember what he did, but it was bad enough for him to leave the internet. Damn. Fandroid made a return, this time under new management with a completely new team. Ah, okay. Well, I'm glad that people were still able to rise from the ashes of that. That one guy wasn't able to ruin everything, you know? Zeph is the biggest berry in the patch for good reason. Yeah, I'm real juicy. I deserve to be arrested for that, actually. Moving on. $46 berries, that's pretty damn good. I'm
not the only one who has been trying to bring you to justice. Ms. Ringer had been trying too.
That's why she was there!
And I refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain.
Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say? But why? I barely knew her. I've always had a certain magnetic charm.
Okay, well, I must be the same type of magnet as you because you are not attractive to me, you are repulsive. What's that called? The polarity? That's not the right thing, that's a Star Trek word. He was just playing IRL Plague Inc. Yeah. In Nirvana Initiative, he definitely was. That is the right word. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. Star Trek taught me things. Let's go.
You barely knew the victim? Why, I do believe that is a new statement. The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record.
Bandroid is a fiction robot that can sing and has put out many good songs as well as gaming content. Also like a Vocaloid, kind of. Mainly aimed towards an all ages demographic, and what his original creator did was a bit the opposite from what I can remember. So an unfortunate ages demographic. Fictional? That's fine, got you.
That's the way you want to play it? Fine. I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you.
I don't think that's gonna be happening, man. I'm sorry. Look at Edgeworth's shoulders. He will beat you in a fight.
Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you on this one.
Ooh. We gotta trust her.
I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity.
Of course, Your Honor. I'm excited for this team up.
Thank you for the head pats, Moth.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Ms. Ringer.
Look at those eyes. He looks like he is seeing through your soul.
Young Rosie was a member of the committee. But we never really had any personal interactions. At least none that I remember. I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. I have absolutely no idea why she was after me.
So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this? Of course he doesn't. He isn't guilty. Bro, Eustace, you're a prosecutor. Let's not act like a defense lawyer now, shall we? How could he be? He's my dad, the winner of winners.
That's very kind of you, Eustace. But you'll need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me.
I think head pats were needed after that big topic. That's true. And there were a couple of big topics there. We went through dog whistles, and then we went to bad people being outed for bad things. It got a little rough, but I'm glad that I can have these kinds of conversations with you guys. You know? I'm glad that I can be able to give my opinion. I don't... While I try... Oh, jeez. Thank you, Sean, for the pipe. Head pats then pipe. That's just about right. But while I like to try and avoid a lot of the nitty-gritty of kind of political things that are going on right now, Thank you again, Sanic, for the pipe. While I try to avoid that in a lot of my streams, I don't want to completely shy away from it when it comes up, like, naturally in conversation. I have a small voice. I have a very small reach. I have a small Twitch channel, YouTube channel, all that. But I want to, you know, do my part, say my piece, make sure you guys know my side. I believe in you, Dad. You'll beat Edgeworth, I know you will. Is your 2:13 wake up call? Oh, is that the time for you right now? Dude, Sean. I don't think I've been awake at 2:30 a.m. for months. It's a rare occurrence these days.
Yes, yes. You really are such a sweet, simple child.
Luckily, I think all the people I own merch of are pretty safe. Yeah, I think so. I have a Frogger plushie. I have a Septiceye Sam plushie. And I'm planning to get a Dan and Phil hat from their Terrible Influence tour because their tour merch is on sale right now. And I think those are like the only 3 content creators I have merch of. I do have like a sign from the Markiplier's stage show that he did with Wade and Bob and Tyler and Ethan. And I guess is also technically merch. It's not something I bought. The P was an accident. I know I'm safe because I don't own merch. Yeah, I don't. Well, if it's K-pop, it's a whole other thing. But I often don't own merch for specific people. I own merch. I get merch for franchises. Like Pokemon merch, Professor Layton merch, Slime Rancher merch. It's often safer to stick with a franchise than a specific person, you know? On that note, something more lighthearted. A special thing with the season thing I was a part of is that in the Discord server for it, a thread was made which basically acted as a group chat for the participants since they still had their phones. After the end, where only 2 people remained, it sort of turned into a sitcom. With all the dead participants sending messages as ghosts and the only person in there who is alive sends messages as a way to grieve after everything. Aww! That sounds so wholesome. I love that. Not the first time I've peed on accident. Mare, I'm killing you. I'm beating you with hammers. That was a terrible one. Hey, Atare. Am I winning? I am. I can't believe Gavella's on our side. I can't believe Excelsius Winner fabricated the autopsy from the IS-7 incident. There's so much going on right now. I'm laying down on my couch at the moment. Probably will sack out in a while. Well, I hope you rest well when you do. When you do sack out. Bob gets a cookie for laughing at my joke. Oh! I want a cookie now. Oh, now I really want cookies. He really loves his dad, huh? But that's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes. No matter how much he respects him. Regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time. Also, another thing, Atare, the way you're like, I'm more exhausted than I thought I'd be. Me too! I took a week off of work and I lost all of my stamina. My stamina bar has reset down to 0. I did a very average shift today at work and my legs hurt. It's been so long since that happened. I let a non-binary samurai kick my ass. I stand by that statement. I will not take back that statement. Has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this. Alright, let's do some pressing, because I don't think I have any particular thing I can say about this. You must at least have been familiar with her face, but that's about all. I saw her every once in a while. I need a nap. Yeah, they asked me to work tomorrow, and I basically just said, I'm sorry, I can't. I want to ease back into doing my normal shifts first, and then maybe pick up the pace after that. It's very fun. She can't even see the ghost messages. It's like Among Us when the ghosts talk in the chat, in the dead chat. That's very funny. Press. So you're saying you barely knew the victim at all? That's exactly what I'm saying. I never even knew about that burn mark on her hand. You didn't? I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone, but before you know it, they're gone. It's become such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and gone the next. Jeez, what the sob story? Because they dare to stand up to you and you make them disappear. Ooh. That's cold. Please add your remark about the victim's burn. Ooh, okay. Let's present something here. No. I'm going to say maybe the recording? Wait, where's the recording? No, the recording's in the cow, isn't it? Shit. Okay. Going too quickly. I plan to have a time where something happens and she can see the ghost messages for a bit. Aww! That's gonna be very, very emotional. Alright, I went too fast. It's Edgeworth, it's okay. I'm not about to give up just yet. Alright, let's just press that statement again. I'm jumping the gun here. Jumping the shark? I don't know what that saying is. You sure you didn't know about the burn mark? You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a scar on the hand and who doesn't. This wasn't just any old scar, I'd say it's pretty noticeable, in fact. Perhaps under normal circumstances, but now that I think about it, Ms. Ringer did always wear gloves. Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the burn mark until after the incident myself. The victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves. Makes sense, of course. People can be very self-conscious about such things. I can only sympathize, being something of a sensitive soul myself. Hope you're not too sensitive to append that statement to your testimony. Oh, we had to append the statement several times. Okay, well, what I'm going to present is why did she not have gloves on here, all right? That didn't work either. I know that I can, but my body tries to tell me I can't. The main thing that happens is my arm gets sore from holding my music for too long. Oh, your music stamina? Running out of stamina, but standing while singing. Okay. That's interesting. That's where your stamina goes. Because, like, you're straining, like, you're using so many muscles standing up. It feels like you don't, but you are. It's just something that's never really occurred to me before. Let's press again. So you remember her always wearing gloves? I mean, it was something of a trademark of hers. Who knew it was to hide a burn mark? I always imagined it was just a fashion statement. Does your little friend there have something to hide under all those bandages? What? What does Kay have to do with this? You don't? Not even the stony visage of a cold-blooded murderer? Oh, give it up. If anyone here is hiding such a thing, it's you, and I'll expose your true face if it's the last thing I do. You never fail to entertain. Go ahead and do your worst. So Ms. Ringer always wore gloves. That reminds me of something. I should look over all the evidence again. Okay, so I'm thinking the piece of evidence I have to present here is the outfit of the auctioneer, which was gloves. No? What am I doing wrong? I'm really screwing this. It has to be this statement I present. She was always wearing gloves. Okay, how about the photo? Not the photo? What am I missing? When you can't move your legs and you have to stand still, it's a lot different than being able to move around while standing. That makes sense. I suppose she was always wearing gloves. Okay, what does that have to do with anything? No. Ticket, no. Picard. No, no. Sage, no. Cards, no. The other letter. No. The gloves, apparently not. That doesn't say anything about gloves or a hand. No. So that doesn't make sense. Nurse Needler's statement. Ringleader prepared wigs in order to enable their accomplice to disguise herself. Nope. Who's worn by the victim whose fingerprints and blood were found on the hood? Also no. What the heck have I done? What am I doing wrong? I don't understand what I'm meant to be hypocrisying here. Is it this? Now it's the recording. Okay. Right evidence, wrong statement. The body did have gloves off, but I presented the body and it didn't work. So that's one of the reasons why I was confused. Want to hear about it? I don't mind giving updates every now and again. Yeah, you can give updates whenever you want, Moth. I'm happy to hear him. So Ms. Ringer always wore gloves. If she did, that raises a rather important question, and highlights quite a contradiction.
Contradiction? Really?
If we listen again to the conversation that was captured by this stuffed cow, you'll soon see what I mean. And I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself. I've waited so long for this day, and now I finally have my revenge. There's the scream. We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. We assumed that those were the words of the killer.
And where's the problem in that? Seems like a perfectly sensible assumption to me.
I'm afraid not, Chairman Winner. Do you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves as you just testified, then the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to the killer.
Objection.
You speak as if gloves can't be easily removed. You should have taken them off during the auction.
That's... But she hadn't! She was still wearing them when I changed places with her. Though they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered too.
What are you saying, my dear? You do know how much trouble you're in, do you?
Well, maybe if she keeps telling the truth, then she'll get into so much trouble that it'll be the wrong... that it'll, like, switcheroo around and become... not wrong anymore. That made so little sense. I'm not scared of you anymore. I have grammar on my side now. Now it's time for you to pay the piper, Winner, you dang devil.
I see. So you're both looking to disappear too.
He just set fire to his beard. Oh my gosh. My prediction is correct. His breakdown emote is going to be him setting fire to his beard. Oh, I can't wait. The only person disappearing will be you. You can't talk to my dad like that. Who cares if the burn was covered up? Why does that even matter? Oh, it matters. Because it turns our understanding of the burn mark on its head. What do you mean? What can the fact that the victim's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us? Can I save? Can I do a save real quick? Just in case I get this wrong, thank you. The murderer had a burn mark too. The victim didn't have a burn mark. There were no burn marks at all. The burn marks were nothing but an illusion. There were never any at all. Okay, that's the wrong option. That's the wrong option. The murderer was unable to see the victim's burn mark. What did the speaker see, and what does that tell us? Oh! Okay, I get it now. The murderer also had a burn mark. Think about it like this, Mr. Winner. The victim was wearing gloves, therefore the burn mark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it that was being referenced in the recording? Somebody who wasn't the victim? Precisely. Which can only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark too. Or to put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim.
No way!
Objection.
Well, it would make sense that you have a burn mark, considering how much you love to play with fire.
It's nice to see you having fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now? Really? Where? Your little theory will either take flight or die depending on your answer here. Oh, jeez.
Let me save again. I must say, saving and seeing that this part of the case is called Final Confrontation, Excelsius winner, makes me feel real good that we'll be finishing this case today. This makes me want to practice writing murder cases. Do it! I would love to write murder mysteries because the thing is, something that you hear a lot of the time when it comes to writing is write what you love. And what do I love reading? Like, write something that you love to read. And what do I love to read more than anything else? Murder mysteries. It's just the idea of writing a murder mystery feels so much more daunting than writing literally anybody or anything else. Because it's complicated. You could get, you know, plot holes, criticized to hell and back. But I want to do it. I think one day I will write a murder mystery. It'll just take a really long time. I have to figure out where that burn mark was and fast. I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right? Yes, and each disguise was different. Yet in spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow, which means...
Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the murderer's burn mark?
It was somewhere. Where was the... I'm so confused. No, this is about wigs. This is about the IS-7 incident. What piece of evidence shows a burn mark? Not that one. The ringleader and an auction attendee. No, that doesn't give us shit. The cow. Need to write some stuff for my D&D character. Writing stuff about your D&D character is so much fun. No, that doesn't give me anything. My sister is studying law at uni and doing work experience, and she got some outfits together for work, and my brain was saying, she looks like an Ace Attorney character. That's so cute. What happened 12 years ago? What of key cards? I think I know the answer here, but I'm shutting up. No, I want to know. Wait, no, don't shut up. Don't shut up. Tell me. I want to know your guess because I genuinely don't have a guess. I can't present anything. I genuinely don't know what to present here, so I would love to hear what you think the answer is. Of death, other remarks, prominent burn mark. Nope, she does have a burn mark there. That's the victim. Tattoo on the part of their face the mask didn't cover. I'm thinking maybe the tattoo was a burn mark? Here's my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner.
Oh, and what exactly is that supposed to tell us,
Objection!
A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin. But according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. But was it a tattoo, or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one? There it is. A burn mark? On the face?
Objection!
Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, but I regret to inform you that none of the committee members has such a burn. Myself included.
But Dad,
I mean, come on. Eustace, tell us. Does he have a burn mark? Does he have one? Oh, come on, Eustace. Come to our side, we have cookies.
Do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later.
Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner, but on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is as good as an indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for. And it gives me a much-needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine. Namely, who that one unexplained item belongs to. What's the matter with Mr. Winner? I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer. He's sad because he knows the truth? So it's better not to know the truth at all? Okay. No, okay. It's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once, right when I needed to hear it the most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence. I want to know too. The truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me? I very much intend to.
You don't know when to give up, do you? Where is this burn? Perhaps you could point it out to me? Bet you can't you? It's nowhere to be found, just like your evidence that I'm the killer.
Yeah, hunt for your contradictions all you like. You won't find any.
Eustace, we can find you a better father figure, come to our side. Edgeworth is a better father figure. And he's barely a father. But you've seen what he's like with Kay. He could be a great father figure to you. I just think Edgeworth and Phoenix should adopt every kid in the law system. All of them. Every single one. I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true. But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live.
Dad, what do I do?
Just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon?
Maybe by continuously calling him a buffoon? That wouldn't help.
If you really wish to help your father, Eustace, you can try thinking on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit!
But I try all the time, Dad. All I do is try. I went to the school you wanted me to go to. I aced every test. Look at my jacket. They only give these to the valedictorian. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy and graduated top of my class. I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could.
Let me guess. Excelsius cheated him to the top.
You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you? What the fuck?
You know what? I love this case because suddenly it's making the characters that I hate more than anything likable. Because it turns out there's a character you can hate even more. Turns out we were directing the hate to the wrong people this entire time.
Those tests you waste, I had the school give you perfect scores. I knew it.
I knew it.
Those debate and speech competitions you won, the judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that.
Oh, he's gonna run off. Oh, poor baby.
Gone. My own son.
They all leave in the end. No. Nah. There's no way he just said that. There's no way he just said that. Holy shit. The audacity of this bitch. I can't believe it. Holy shit. It reminds me of those like of that like stereotypical TikToks. It's like that friend that you meet that's like, I don't have any friends. All my friends end up hating me, and then you find out why all their friends hate them. Like, he's literally this guy. But he's a 68-year-old man and not a teenage girl. Like, holy shit. You are the master manipulator. He was laughing. I can't believe this.
Even when he was trying, he was failing. And he did it all for me? Then he should have tried harder.
You're a disgrace. You don't deserve to be a father, and you certainly don't deserve to be a chairman of this committee. Get his ass, Edgeworth. I'm calling this team, this case, the get his ass case. I remember I nicknamed Gavel the get his ass Gavel. It's just the whole team now. Zeph saying poor baby to winner was not on my 2026 bingo card. Listen, as soon as you find out a character has been abused as a child, especially when they are still a child, like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna fold. My opinion of them is going to completely 180, and it'll be like, you know what, I get it. I get it. No wonder you're like this, man. Like, you need therapy. You don't need me to hate you, you need a therapist. Even I feel sorry for the boy now. Mr. Winner. Explain yourself, Chairman Winner. Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way?
An utterly useless pawn sounds about right. But you'll want to talk, Verity? You tried to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace too.
I cannot deny it. However, I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless? How could you?
Oh, because he is Verity, my girl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask of him.
Well, maybe stop asking him to do things he can't do. Maybe ask him something else. Like, can you give me a hug? I couldn't think of anything else.
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering of the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment unto Excelsius Winner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so. If the ringleader had a visible burn mark on their face that night, then it would follow that Chairman Winner is currently hiding that mark somehow. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last.
Now then, your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us to reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face?
Oh no. Oh no, chat, I can't save. Oh, I can't save. Oh no. What piece of evidence? What piece of evidence will help us reveal the burn mark on his face? Is the specific wording. What will help us reveal? I don't know. I don't know. It would be really nice to have a pair of scissors right now. Cards. Observations. Read everything thoroughly. I'm trying. But I genuinely don't know. A selection of various masks was kept on a rack. Each participant in the auction wore one. A photograph of the mysterious figure in the red raincoat. The ringleader and an auction attendee came up on the elevator. Not that one. Traces of blood were detected inside. Blood was found in the committee chamber. worn by the victim whose fingerprints and blood were found on the hood. Winner trained his son for failure by not giving him any resistance and then got mad when he wasn't able to do what he was properly trained to do.
Correct. Correct.
Ringleader prepared wigs in order to enable their accomplice. Maybe it's this? Maybe it's the wigs? Oh my god, it might be the wigs. Oh my god, it's the wigs. It's that one Lord of the Rings interview. Will you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? When will you wear wigs? That's what this interrogation is gonna become. Recall Nurse Needler's testimony. There was one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig, the one that wasn't used. I seem to remember it being wavy? What are you two talking about? Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim. And what's they have to do with the burn mark? What she found were two wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim, but what was the other one for? I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare. It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winner's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us.
Stop staring at me.
One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather, what's around it. You mean it wasn't a wig after all? Indeed. Not a wig intended to go on the top of the head. Oh my goodness, it's a beard wig. Chat, it's a big... Something I've learned about games like this is that if there's lots of evidence, make sure to reread their descriptions. That's true. I feel like I've done that a lot in these Ace Attorney games where I just forget to... the reason why I lose out on something is because I don't read enough into it. This is why literacy rates are going down across the world. It was a fake beard all along. Yeah, a big or a weird. I like... or a big weird. Or a weird big.
This? Why, this is all my own, dear boy. How very unkind of you to suggest otherwise.
We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth, and how he desperately tried to cover for you even in light of his realization. Yet you still feared that he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew that your beard hides a prominent burn mark. Chairman Winner, oh jeez. I insist that you remove your beard this instant. That's up there as one of the funniest possible things. Oh. Well, there's the removal. Also, it's a skull? The burn mark is in the shape of a skull. It can't get any funnier than this. There it is, the burn mark.
Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess. You have my thanks.
No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. That hair burned off really fast. It did. Hair does burn really fast, though. As someone who has set their hair alight before, once, it burns real quick. It was an accident, chat. I got my hair in a candle. I think I was leaning over a candle or something, and then my hair got in the candle, and whoomp! That whole little patch of hair just whoomp! It was fast. No, to be honest, not that fast, and it didn't take off the rest of my hair, just that little bit. But, like, damn.
Excelsius Winner, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict.
Did we get him? I think so. But I'm thinking there's going to be an objection here. Hey, 5-stream streak, Atare!
In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty.
It's over? Okay, now I'm actually legitimately surprised. I thought he was going to put up more of a fight than that. I thought he was going to scream more. You know? The murderers usually have a little bit more dramatic of a breakdown than just burning your hair off. That felt a little underwhelming. So I'm not convinced it's over yet.
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't thank you enough. You never gave up on me even when I gave up on myself. That was very kind of you. There's no need to thank me.
As a prosecutor... No. As a friend, it was the least I could do. No, Edgeworth. Not as a prosecutor or as a friend. As a father.
Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Winner has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search for the missing auction hammer continues. However,
I'm thinking, because I know that the next case, because of how the cases work, I think in the first case, I looked ahead to look at the other cases, and the other cases, the previews for them have silhouettes. And because the silhouette for the next case is Eustace, I'm thinking this might be a two-parter. Potentially. Unless Eustace either A, becomes a murderer, or B, becomes a victim, or C, gets accused of murder. I hope it's C, so that A, he's not evil, and B, he's not dead.
we are talking about Chairman Winner here, so it's highly likely that it has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman made a rather strange statement. According to him, the letters were not part of his plan.
Ooh! The letters were not part of the plan! So this is a two-parter. What happened 12 years ago to Rosie that made her want to enact this revenge, and how did she know Kay? The letters that Kay and Rosie had with each other. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious thing back. And then, thanks so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Still don't know what those are about. Well, I know what... Rosie got the book for Kay, but I don't know what Rosie had in it, the deal, you know? It was just the book, except for the fact that Kay says... Oh, shit, that's the wrong evidence. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. We don't know what happened 12 years ago. And we don't know what Rosie wanted, other than it potentially just being taking Excelsius Winner down. But I don't think we know why. Because I can't think of anything that happened 12 years ago. Like, nothing comes to mind. Oh, well, now we're getting all of this.
He claims that he and Miss Needler found this letter on Ms. Ringer's person.
Hello? Miracle Marble! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello, everyone! A Marble raid! Let's go! Oh my goodness, you were playing Power Wash Simulator? That's... Oh, I need to play that so bad. I think that would be so fun to do and just, like, talk to chat. I feel like Power Wash Simulator is one of those games where you could... Where it's, like, essentially a just chatting stream, but just with, like, an actual game in the background, you know? Similar to how I would treat my Slime Rancher streams. But how's Power Wash Simulator? Did you have a lot of fun? For those who do not know me, coming in from the raid, my name is Zephyrberry. You can call me Zeph. My pronouns are they, them, and I am a variety streamer who likes to specialize in mystery games. For example, Ace Attorney, Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. That's a long name.
If you guys need to raid and run, feel free to do so. If you need to sleep, eat, look after yourself in any other way, you can raid and run, and we are also incredibly lurk friendly if you just want to stick around and watch until I'm done. Had a good time. I had my mic muted, so it was meant to be more of a cozy day today since I'm low energy. That's cute. I've never thought of doing a stream where I don't talk, but I can understand the vibes of it being just very chill. Because I'm sure some people do just want to watch gameplay and would rather me shut the fuck up and get on with the game. But it's something I don't hear of a lot. But I'm glad you had a good time. Going to bed, good night, Moth. Enjoy your future ghost sitcom. They found a second letter on Kay's unconscious body. Oh yeah, by the way, spoiler warning for Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit. We're at the end of case 4, so spoilers abound, unfortunately. If you need to leave or mute because of that, feel free to do so as well. From their contents, the letters seemed to ones of correspondence. So he leapt to the conclusion that they must have been working with each other. That's quite the conclusion to jump to. As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Ms. Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victim in a very conspicuous place. Namely, in her left chest pocket. Sounds to me like he's just trying to make excuses for himself. Yes, I certainly thought the same. Perhaps it was some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part. But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. And under her scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. I just want Kay to get her memory back, man. And with that, one of the duties with which I have been entrusted with is complete at last. Judge Cavell, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Winner came to murder Ms. Ringer? There's more there, isn't there? Yes, and I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth. Ms. Ringer once had a lover. Ooh, is this what we're gonna find out about 12 years ago? Ms. Ringer once had a lover, a press photographer. He was investigating the underground auctions as a freelance journalist. But before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was disappeared. We can just say murdered. It sounds like they're TikTokifying this. I understand why they're saying it, but it sounds like they're censoring it. Before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was unalived, you know? Exactly, Dino Spots. Ms. Ringer was left with the memories and personal effects of her lover. So, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first. I see. So that's the story behind this case. While the goddess does not condone the actions of wanton vengeance, Ms. Ringen's actions have exposed Chairman Winner's crimes at last. That was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Excelsius Winner and the corruption at the heart of the committee. What a cool woman! If only she didn't have to railroad us in every case before this one to get there, huh? Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winner? I'm afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him. Do you have any idea why? Probably because I wasn't there for him just now when he needed me most. Oh. I really feel bad for him. Well, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. And no matter how hard it might be, he'll need to learn to accept it. I feel like that's coming from experience, Franziska. So he murdered 2 people, at least. Who knows how many more people he killed in the time in his career as both an illegal smuggler and as a corrupt prosecutor and chairman. Gavel, please call me. Felt. Second that. Please, Gavel, please call us. If he can't, he'll never be able to move on with his life.
trust me. I do trust you. I absolutely trust you. A father's influence isn't easily erased. I trust you on this too. But in time, he can hopefully try and change his ways. You're right. You've got to be. Can I change too, I wonder? Can I move on with my life? Are you okay, Kay? How's that head feeling? I'm fine. Thank you? I'm so sorry, Kay. You were my patient. I had a responsibility to you, and instead I let them accuse you of... Ouch! Danged right. We ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, missy. The mind's where it all begins. Well, I'd say it begins in both the mind and the body, but I understand your sentiment. You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory? It's like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more? Please forgive me, but I'd better be on my way. I'm to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit. Oh shit, the warden. The Bronco Knight case, huh? Who's the defense attorney? It was supposed to be Ms. Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement. Ms. Ringer was scheduled to represent Warden Lagarde? And of course, until we find Eustace, there is nobody to act for the prosecution either. In any case, I must take my leave. Ah! Wait, please! What about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? What's gonna happen to it now? With its chairman under arrest, the committee's activities have been suspended for the time being. So to answer your question, it's complicated. It's all up to the goddess now. But... Don't worry about it, Kay. It's a consequence of my own making. And I assume you do not mean to change your mind? Of course not. I chose the path of the truth, and I chose it willingly. With Chairman Winner out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more. If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, I would be more than happy to facilitate such a decision. Oh, geez. My tongue's not working too great. It's very kind of you to offer, but I can't accept your help at this time. I can't ask for my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore. I see. It seems we are destined to continue on different paths then. Well, I trust you'll keep my badge safe until they converge again. With all I have. I know, Edgeworth is having an identity crisis right now. It's cool. I love... Obviously, Edgeworth went through miles and miles and miles of character development in the original trilogy. But I feel like these games, and specifically Prosecutor's Gambit, is really getting to the source of his problems. Miles and Miles, I didn't even mean that as a pun. I didn't even mean that as a pun. It just happened like that. No, the pun was not at all intended. Miles is just... The word miles just flows so much more off the tongue than... The tongue than kilometers, you know? Oh, he went through kilometers and kilometers of character development. That sentence sounds like shit. Miles and Miles sounds better. But yeah, I feel like we're really getting to the root of his problems here, which is... As all things are, the root of all things, daddy issues. It's always daddy issues. It's that one meme that's like, wait, it's all daddy issues? And then the guy behind him is like, always has been. That's what this is. So I feel like Edgeworth, you know, in the first trilogy, he really learned to understand what it meant to be a prosecutor. He learned he changed his mindset on how a prosecutor is meant to act and what a prosecutor is meant to be. But now in these games, he's realizing that in this climate of the law within the canon of this game, he can't do what a true good prosecutor is meant to do because there are too many constraints put on him. So he's kind of finding out that, like, there's a reason why so many prosecutors turn out this way. Because they're almost forced down this path. And now he's figuring out whether or not what he wants, what his values as a prosecutor are, if he can even work as a prosecutor with those values. Exactly, it's systemic. Which, I don't want to give too much away in spoilers, but the idea of the system being the problem, I know for a fact that this game is not the last Ace Attorney game I'll play that will bring up this issue. I know that from several fanfics. several fanfics. And Tumblr posts, but mostly fanfics. It's a huge thing from this game onwards. Yeah, I've learned a lot. It's been so many spoilers for me, but I have learned so many spoilers specifically about the 7-year gap. And I won't give more, because I keep reading fanfics that happen in the 7-year gap. And they keep spoiling me, but I'm fine with it.
In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner.
I hope this gives Kay her memories back. Like, if this were a fairy tale, she'd read this book and get her memories back. It's something I've heard about the series just from observing as an outsider. Yeah. And I think I'm really interested to see how it continues. And I think it's a really good thing to touch on, especially in a lot of current times where all over the world, like, obviously it seems to be most centralized on America right now because America is unfortunately such an influential country politically, but it's happening all over the world where, you know, politics and the law and these systems of quote-unquote democracy that have been built across the world are failing its people. And I think it's very good that there are pieces of fiction that, even in their own, you know, overdramatic, completely fake way, they're still calling out something and paralleling it to something that is very real and going on in its own way in other systems.
Kay's promise notebook. Seems it was due to be sold in the auction. And with the name Kay written on its cover, Chairman Winner made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as the one in the letters, after all.
The letters he claimed to know nothing about? I suppose he insisted he didn't prepare them.
Yes. He also had something else to say. Apparently he thought that Miss Faraday was after her notebook and that Miss Ringer was after his life. And that their respective goals are what led them to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together.
Unfortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. I'm not sure about that. Until we get Kay's memory back, we can't know whether Kay and Rosie knew each other. If Kay had known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she wouldn't have told me. That just isn't like a... I don't know. People have secrets. Even the people you don't think will have secrets. Yeah, they'll have secrets.
Your belief in her is touching. While the notebook did become part of the Chairman Winner's cover-up scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's, which is why I would like for her to have it back, as I am sure would the goddess.
Thank you.
I pray that it helps her to recover her lost memories.
So do I, Gavel. So do I. I like that Lotta is also still just here for no reason.
Is everything all right?
Judge Gavel wanted me to return something important to you. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh. But that's... Why does he look like that? Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen this before. I was like, holy shit, it's the meme.
Oh, I hope there's a meme of it where it's divorce papers. Or, I hope there's a meme. Sorry, another... Oh my goodness, raids all day? Hello, Miss Ash! Oh my goodness, 3 Bub! Hello, everyone! Ultra Scorpion! Oh my goodness, you were playing Pocopia? I want that game so bad. I want that game so bad. But I can't justify buying a Switch 2 for one game. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. 3 Bub? Oh, 3 BBB. I think I called you 3 Bub. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Strawberry Patch. For those who do not know me, my name is Zephyrberry. You can call me Zeph. I go by they, them pronouns, and I am a variety streamer who specializes in mystery games on Mondays, which today is. And we are currently finishing the 4th case of Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. I nearly said Electric Boogaloo. So if you want to play these games and you don't want to get spoiled, feel free to leave. Also, if you need to raid and run for any other reason, eat, sleep, look after yourself, feel free to do that. I know that it is late for plenty of people in time zones that are not mine. You can call me 3. Got it. Thank you. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How was Pocopia? It looked so fun. I want to play it so bad. Gonna put you on the TV, going to lurk for work? No worries. I am probably also gonna raid out soon because we are finishing up this case. Yeah, that's a good quote to add, Mare. It's so fun. I'm glad you like it. I know that one of my favorite Pokemon is in it and I'm really happy about it. Like, my top favorite isn't in there, but a really underrated favorite of mine is in there, and I won't say because I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I'm happy. What was you doing in it? Like, did you just start? Have you been, what's been happening? I can't believe they put that in the game. It's amazing. Like, it reminds me, a lot of people say that it reminds them of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the personalities that all of the characters have. So I know I'll love it because Mystery Dungeon is my favorite spin-off Pokemon series ever. I just started. Ooh! Well, I'm excited to... I need to tune into more of your stuff when you continue it because I can't avoid it. I'm jealous, but I can't avoid it because I'm just so excited to see all of it. Those in the US like me, the schedule is Sundays for mysteries and Wednesdays for everything else. Yeah, I only do mystery games on Mondays. On Thursdays, I do a whole lot of other stuff. This Thursday is gonna be playing Dead by Daylight for the first time in about 6 months. So that's gonna be interesting. Incredibly interesting. Anyway, we were just laughing about this very funny image because why does Miles Edgeworth look like this? I need it to be edited into the hands you a chalky milk meme because you're epic. I thought Zeph only streamed on Tuesdays. I mean, for you, I always stream on Tuesdays. And that's what makes it a happy Tuesday.
Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers.
Oh, baby K! Oh, she's so tiny. I love how thoroughly these games love to go into character backstories. They really thoroughly fill out everything that character has been through. Unfortunately, it is always trauma, but it's always interesting to see. Oh my goodness, the Bob quote. I did not get chocolate, I just witnessed my brother. Oh, wild story. Wild story.
I wrote them all down, Daddy.
Now I have to figure out how to do the K voice, but like as a baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep all my promises and be a real hero when I grow up, just like you. Oh, wait. I forgot to write one down. The most important promise of all. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand.
I think that's a really good thing. Quote 69. Nice. Yeah, that's perfect. Netherrack's a bit too crunchy. I don't remember why I said that. Thank you for your wonderful birthings. I must have been breeding my farm then, if that's a Minecraft quote.
I remembered it just how you said it, and now I'll never forget it.
Is she gonna get her memory back?
Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. That's right. I have to try.
Oh, please don't explode your head. I'm Kay Faraday. The great thief will do any— oh, okay. I can't read the rest of that. She's back! Oh my goodness, it's the theme and everything. Oh my goodness. We've never been more back. I'm gonna move to you, Nork. That's also a really good one. Second Yadagarasu and assistant to Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, is that really you? Can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but yeah, I'm back, and I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth. You never stopped helping me, even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything. Thank goodness. You certainly seem to be back. I'm glad she's back, because I know how to do the happy K voice. When she was sad and an amnesiac, I had nothing.
Kay, so this is the real you, huh? Welcome back.
I don't want to have a romance thing with the pig. I need to play Don't Starve together. There's gonna be a new Don't Starve game! Chat, have you heard? I'm so excited.
It's good to know you're better. I can sleep easy now. Now that you found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, young lady, you hear?
Miss Needler, Dr. Hertz. Thanks a lot for looking after me.
And if you really are better, how about you get out of them dang hospital duds?
Oh my goodness, yes. Hook that hair back up. That ponytail. Put it back in.
Oh yeah, I washed all of your clothes for you, here.
I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe.
He handed them over to us after they came back from forensics.
And did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note?
I didn't ask.
Of course you didn't. We are all fools. I'll just growl at them instead. Oh. That quote comes up way too many times for my liking.
Anyway, never mind that now. Put them on, Kay, I want to see.
Wait, what about her bandages? Surely it's too soon to remove them?
Oh, it's probably fine.
Probably? Probably. No, I don't want a nurse telling me it's probably fine. I need it to stay on until it's definitely fine.
She may have taken a big old bump to the head, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise. But then, why all the bandages in the first place? Prevention is better than cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are just a few of my mottos.
What, you gave her bandages to stop her from getting injured? Can this woman get her medical license revoked or something? Just become an interpreter for people who don't like talking. Both of which sound like painfully annoying practices for your patients. Okay, Kay, transformation time. Oh my goodness, we're gonna get the magical girl transformation. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Fits like a stolen glove. Why does it have to be stolen? It's probably fine. It's just your appendix or whatever. Oh. No. I follow this person on Instagram. She does a bunch of stuff about, like, hygiene. And, like, it's very interesting because she has a very rational mind and she's very much, do what you can. Here are the products that work for me. Here are the products that might work for you. Here are, if you can't keep your hygiene up the way that you want, here are some, like, hygiene hacks, you know? I like her. I feel like a lot of hygiene creators can really lean into, you have to do this, 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 and this. You know, you have to shower this often, you have to do this, this often. And while she's more, it's recommended you shower this often, but if you physically or mentally can't, here's something that you can do instead, sort of thing. And I really like that sort of mindset because as someone, when I struggle with my mental health, when I really go downhill mentally, my hygiene is often the first thing to go. So it's good to know that there are, you know, ways to move around that sort of stuff. Anyway, she went to like 3 different hospitals the other month because she had an appendix infection or appendicitis or something, and they just kept like ignoring her, and it was just a terrible story to see, like on her Instagram story and stuff like that. It was horrible. Hello, Nukas here. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Strawberry Patch. Yeah, it was horrible. The way that women get treated by the medical system, man, especially black women. I should probably also preface this with the fact that she was also a black woman. To see them just get so ignored and mistreated by the medical system, it was just horrible. But she's better now. I should share some of her posts though, because she's currently in a lot of medical debt and she's asking for a little bit of support with that. That smile suits you better too. As it always did. Oh my goodness. Is this potentially the nicest thing Franziska has ever said to another person? Incredible. Thanks to you too, Ms. Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did. I simply came when Scruffy asked me to. I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that you're back to your old self too. Speaking of Gummy, where is he? Who knows? Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw away his badge. Detective Gumshoe. Oh no, have we made Gumshoe sad? Because we chucked out our badge? Anyway, I have to be going, and I'll be taking those 2 with me. Oh, thank goodness. Get them out of here. Wait, what's going to happen with them? Acting as an accomplice in a murder and forging an autopsy report 18 years ago. Their crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. Surely faking an autopsy report has a statute of limitations less than 18 years. Right? Considering the murder itself had a statute of limitations of 15 years? Surely murder is worse than forgery. Right? Right? But the
fact that Excelsius Winner coerced them into cooperating will, of course, be taken into account. Don't you worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and me are together, we'll be all right. Take care, Kay Faraday. Until we meet again.
Lotta is still here.
So, Kay, I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions.
Sure, ask away.
What happened the day you lost your memory?
Let's see. Somebody asked me to meet them at Gourd Lake. But I didn't know who it was. So there I was, just looking up at the moon when somebody in a red raincoat started walking toward me. They must have drugged me somehow, because that's when I fell unconscious.
What? I'm not sure I follow.
Lotta's just going to get the whole story, I guess. And it's going to be published everywhere.
Kay was at Gourd Lake, looking up at the moon?
Anyway, when I came to, I was on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbling around up there when I saw the person in the red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground. I was so surprised I stumbled backward. And then I was falling and everything went dark. When I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. The person in the red raincoat? Who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in midair. Ugh, thinking about it's making my head hurt.
Just breathe, Kay. You only just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the root cause of your confusion is...
Oh, okay. Can I save? Can I save? I'm sure I won't lose anything because of this, but just want to make sure. Your memories of 2 different locations. I think that would do it. Time to sleep. Good night, Ivanovish. Thank you for hanging out, and I hope you have a good night. I imagine things are all mixed up in your mind because you were at Gourd Lake 1 minute and then at the top of the big building the next. And because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the 2 together. Huh? Those are totally 2 different places. I know I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily. I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused. I don't know. Gourd Lake. What's on Gourd Lake? Maybe the cotton candy stand?
Take that!
There are 2 key similarities between the scene down by Gourd Lake and here on top of the big building. Cherry blossoms and food stands. Okay, I got one. What's that thing in the bush? What thing? The light up unicorn? I think it's a light up unicorn. Good night, 3. Thank you so much for hanging out and coming in with the raid. I appreciate it a lot. Wait, you're right. Those similarities are what caused your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in midair. They were walking towards you from across the park. But in your blurry memories, that same sight played out over the viewing platform instead.
No way!
Who steals a great thief's memories, huh? That's just cheating.
Even still, this doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. Was it the person in the red raincoat she saw?
Do you hear that? Is that how amnesia works? I would assume so. If you're getting drugged and then you get knocked out in a completely different place, like a few hours later, yeah, it kind of makes sense that your memories would get all weird about that. It sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom.
Come on, let's go take a look.
Oh, now she speaks. Smell another coop in the coffin. You're still here? Now you figure it out, Edgeworth? So where's the beeping? Is this a bomb? I hope it's not a bomb. Get back to where you belong, Ice Spice. Nah, listen, Lotta Heart's not that bad. She's annoying. It's more the photograph images that were, like, the sound effects of her taking photos was more annoying. It's the walkie-talkie! This transceiver. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It's still going. But I'm no good with technology. Come on, you have to pick up. Fine, I'll do it. Hey, this is Edgeworth. It's not. Kay, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me. Mr. Edgeworth, I presume. No. A person in a red raincoat attacked Kay? It's still Shelly the Killer, isn't it? And a walkie-talkie? The modus operandi? Oh my gosh. It's Shelly again. I know that voice. Shelly the Killer. I'm just the best there ever was. How did I know this? I don't even remember the voice I gave him.
Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident.
Ugh, how do you even know about this case?
That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we?
I have indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. If not, how are we to explain the piece of evidence that proved so damning to Kay's case? It's coming to them, it is. It just... Oh. Walkie-talkies, red raincoats. Like, those are two corners of the triangle that makes up Shelly the Killer. The other corner is his face being stitched up down the middle. No way! An evil mastermind, but who?
Who indeed? Perhaps you could share your thoughts. What is the evidence in question that points to somebody else's involvement?
Good question. Ooh, I'm gonna say the letters, because we don't know what they're about.
Take that!
This right here proves that somebody else is behind all this. Sorry, I don't get it. Okay, no, it's not that. That wasn't it? There was one clearly suspicious piece of evidence. What was it?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
What is the evidence that points to somebody else's involvement? I don't remember. Wait, what is it? What else points to this? No, it's not that. The first mask? That was Kay's mask, though, wasn't it? No. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to keep doing this until we get it right. Evidence in question that points to somebody else's involvement. Did we not figure out? I don't think we figured out if this was the killer or the... Nope. Alright. We just have to scroll through every piece of evidence because I was all the way there until I wasn't. Let's do the ticket. Nope, not the ticket. One clearly that points to somebody else's involvement. Someone coming from beyond the concession stand and pushing her off the building? Maybe the memory? Nope. Not the memory. The corsage? Nope. Wow, time for the gameplay loop of all time. Could have key cards, another letter. What happened?
Take that!
This, maybe what happened, what Hart noticed? Nope. Thank goodness we're not losing health for this. That there's not health at all. Can't think of what else it could be. Had a tattoo? Want me to Google it? I mean, you don't have to. I'm sure we'll get there at some point. Fingerprints found on the blood. You know what? Sure, Dino Spots, you can Google it. The case from 18 years ago? Nope. Nurse Needler's statement? Nope. The victim's letter? It was the other letter? Damn it.
Take that.
I did one letter, and because it didn't work, I assumed it wasn't gonna be the other letter. The letter Kay supposedly wrote to the victim. Yeah, I don't remember ever writing that.
So who did? Who would prepare such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know.
And how do we know it wasn't you?
Now why would I do a thing like that, I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, that is no longer an option. So how will it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest.
Thank you, Dino Spots. I don't remember if I said that.
He even knows about my badge? Oh, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now I bid you farewell.
What the heck did he mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? And why is he so interested in us anyway? Ugh, everything's just one giant ball of mysteries.
Seems we've only scratched the surface of this case. But even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However this ends, one thing's for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth.
The end. Oh. So this is a two-parter. I knew it. Turnabout for the Ages is the name of the next case. And look who that is. I don't know about you, but that looks like a Eustace winner to me. Oh. Good case. Good case. Mysterious case. Open case. I'm so... So someone else is involved in all this. Surely it's not Eustace. If Eustace turns out to be some sort of evil mastermind, I think I might lose my marbles. Just a little bit. Just some of my marbles. Not all of them. A select amount. The bad ones. Going to sleep now. I have to wake up in 7 hours for calc. No worries, Bob. Sleep well and good luck with calc. I will be finding someone for us to wade. Let's find someone nice and cool. I mean, everyone I raid is nice and cool. That's... But, Let's see. We could... No, I raided them very recently. I try to spread out my raids a little bit. Alright, we've got some Star Sand Island. That sounds cute. Sounds like a cute game. Got another person playing Pocopia. That Ash's community goes from Pocopia to Ace Attorney and then goes back to Pocopia again. We got some Minecraft. I'm gonna spin a wheel. Spin the wheel. Please and thank you. Da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
Spin that wheel. Have a happy Tuesday, thank you. And happy time zone. All right. It has landed on Star Sand Island. So we will be raiding out to May Firefly, who is playing Star Sand Island right now. Lovely. She's got a very, very funny, funky little VTuber model got going on right now. So I'm charmed. It's charming. Alrighty. Oh my goodness, my legs, my shins hurt so bad. Whenever I do like way too much exercise, or even just an abnormal amount of exercise, my shins go first. They get all achy. It used to happen all the time when I was younger with netball. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to hang out. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the follows. Thank you, Ash, and oh, geez, my voice. Thank you, Ash and Miracle Marble, for the raids. I appreciate all of it. We'll be sending all of our love on over to May Firefly. So this is the raid message for those who are followers of the stream. And this is the raid message for those who are subscribers of the stream. My voice. I'm not able to speak properly, I fear, right now. So purple hearts for followers, red hearts for subs. You want to join in the Discord, join the community, hang out with me and other berries. Also vote for our community day. There's the Discord link there. And if you want to follow me on my various other socials, I'm pretty much everywhere, except for Twitter these days, because Twitter sucks. Not that these places don't suck. Social media sucks. But I just decided that Twitter was too much of the suck. But yeah, later this week we will be playing more Dead by Daylight, and then we will be picking up this case next week. But thank you everyone so much for coming, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!